it's one of those nights again when luck isn't on your side. I'm looking at you, Curtis, because you thought you had the assist.
No, it's more for Flo's goal.
And Flo, it was an own goal.
Yeah, it doesn't matter today. We draw. We wanted to win, so yeah, that's all what counts today. So yeah, unlucky.
Unlucky. What do you make of the performance? Because you were calling for more aggression after the defeat to PSV, and Flo, you showed that aggression with the goal that ultimately was an own goal. But was it a better performance, do you feel?
I think so, yeah. And I think that has been the main point of the whole team and the staff as well that we've spoke about as one. Obviously, you know, we've got the guys in the team that can play, that can score, that can assist. But we've just asked for more aggressiveness. And I think we showed that there. And as you said there with Flo, a guy who he wants the ball a lot, but of how much that he ran, and he tackled and stuff. Just a shame that his goal's down is an own goal.
It was better second half though, wasn't it? It was slow in the first half.
Yeah, but at times it has to be slow. We're playing against a team who sat back a bit. We thought that they was going to press more, but yeah, the more that we pass around, it drags them out and then it makes gaps. And yeah, that's the likes of myself, Flo and Domino. Them is if we can get the ball in there, then we can score or assist, and it showed there at the end. Who's shooting more and gaps are all there, but yeah, as I said, it's one of them nights again, yeah, where it just the last, I don't know, small bit.
And Flo, as a player coming into this team, when Curtis say it's just the small things that are causing probably the biggest problems, how would you assess the season so far for you at Liverpool?
Yeah, first of all, I was very welcomed by the team. One of the main reasons, also Curtis, but it's a very good team, and I'm very happy to be here. Of course, it was now the last weeks were a bit difficult for us as a team, but we are on a good way to come back, and we are doing everything to come back and win games, and
that's just it, isn't it? The win at the weekend, and then the point tonight. So it's still unbeaten. You've got this mini run that you're on.
Yeah, of course, we wanted to win today. We want to be on the top of the table, and we just have to continue, keep the hard work, and continue like this, and then hopefully things will change.
Well, thanks for your time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Arne, first of all, how would you reflect on this evening and the performance? Because you were talking about the weekend, about getting the win, not so much the performance. How would you assess that performance tonight?
I think a bit similar as in the weekend, a game without a lot of, I'm looking at the goal we conceding. A game where we didn't concede a lot, we didn't create a lot. Maybe we created a bit more than we conceded. And today, of course, very unlucky with the goal we've conceded. A deflection that could go anywhere, but in this period of time it goes in. But I really liked our reaction afterwards. I think you saw a team that wanted to make the equalizer, and when we did, tried everything to make the winner. Where at the end we were lucky as well, because they went one-on-one with Ali.
And Chiesa defended superbly.
Yeah, I think that's what you want a team or a player to do in a situation like that. Just give everything, even in a situation where you feel you cannot do a lot anymore, but just keep running, and that's what he did, and that's why he cleared the ball off the line. And another time, a game where we probably scored less than we could have scored, and the opponent scored. Were quite good in the few chances they had, making a goal out of that one.
It seemed very slow in the first half. What do you put that down to? Because when you made that substitution and Mo came on in the second, a little bit more energy, a little more fire about the place.
Yeah, but you have to take into account how the other team is playing. So they either go really aggressive and press us really high, and that's the reason why it's so difficult to beat them. They are very, very, very compact if they go low, and they are very aggressive when they press you high. And there's a reason probably why we're not the only team who couldn't beat them. I think a few other very good teams had their problems with them as well, and it's difficult. They don't concede a lot of goals. I think only 4 times they've conceded 2 goals. For the rest, 1 or even less. And the reason for that is that they are so compact in a low block and so aggressive in a high press. And then it looks indeed slow, but with so many bodies in and around the 18-yard box, it's difficult to find a free player over there. And we kept moving the ball around, crossed it in multiple times, I think. But they have some good headers in front of goal as well.
You were talking about being unlucky too, and Flo Wirtz, everybody thought he'd got his first Premier League goal tonight since coming to Liverpool, but then that became an own goal.
Oh, did it? Okay. Now then, of course, then that was lucky as well, but there's maybe a difference between hitting a shot from 11, 12 yards than hitting a shot from 20 yards. Because it was a chance, then he might have been lucky with the way it went in, but it was a good chance for him to score. Like I said, not a lot of chances for both teams, but I think we had a bit more, and we were very unlucky the second half because I think we did what you were hoping for, keeping them on their half, trying, and then in one moment we concede, but we came back strong.
With Mo, with him going to AFCON as well, are you planning to use more of him before he goes, or is it just about finding, as we spoke about before the game, the right team for the right opponent?
That's always the situation. It has nothing to do with Mo or with anyone. That's always what you try as a manager. And we're now 10 minutes, 15 minutes after the game, so I haven't given the thought how we're going to play in the weekend. When we face Leeds, I think they had a good result today as well. So another challenge for us. And I have no clue yet who's going to start. No clue is a bit too much, but...
you have an idea, but you're not going to say.
Yeah, indeed.
Thank you, Arne.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Heard the applause, the cheers in the away dressing room behind us when you came off the pitch. You're disappointed that you didn't come away with all 3 points?
Yeah, I'm not disappointed, to be fair, because it's a good point away, especially in this place. It's like privilege to play here. I think we played our football and happy with the first half. Even if during the halftime we spoke together and we told that it was possible to push a bit more, just because we played well, but without probably the belief that it was possible to score, and we did it during the second half. As expected, the opponent tried to come back in the game with many subs and the power of the crowd, so they generate a new momentum. We defended well, had this opportunity after the equalizer to score the second goal, but this is football.
So close to a second goal as well, towards the very end.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows that we tried until the end, like usual, I would say. And but this it's not an easy situation. It's a 1v1 with the goalkeeper, 2 or 3 defenders behind you. So I think he gave his best, but it wasn't enough.
When you talk about feeling your players could do more in the second half and having that belief that they can go on and get something here, but you look so comfortable even before half-time. So why did you feel you had to say that?
Because I think we were good for the low build-up and the progressive phase, but after that you have to break the defense and to create chances, and it wasn't probably enough during the first half. Maybe we were even a bit surprised to control the game like that, and we told them it's possible. You did it, so push more because it's possible to score.
Your goal scorer was telling us that you're learning in the Premier League, but you seem to be learning pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the main strengths of this team. They are humble and they want to learn. And I think in such difficult league, if you don't improve every day, it's impossible to sustain the level. So far it works well.
So far, taking points off Arsenal, Chelsea, and now Liverpool. What can realistically be achieved, or is the sky the limit as far as you're concerned on this education that you're on?
We don't know. We never know. I know that we have a young team, well connected, with the ambition to grow and to be better. And after that, you can't control the opposition. If they are better than us, just accept the situation. If not, try to win.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1. Steve Nicol.
Well, that was a struggle.
It was a struggle for us.
It was a struggle watching it as well.
Yeah, it was a struggle. Well, there was a man. There was a man watching. We were in a room, and there was a man who was basically talking to himself and shouting. I mean, I reckon that was up there with the amount he shouted about Liverpool, isn't it?
There's so many things that are just either going wrong, not working out, bad decision making.
What's your top three?
Top three. Oh my goodness.
Can I give a suggestion? Van Dijk.
Van Dijk?
Do you know, I've actually not criticised Van Dijk that much this season, to be honest with you. But tonight, there is absolutely no question he has to bear a whole lot of responsibility, not just for the goal, but for the way.
Talk us through the goal. What did he do wrong?
Well, what he did wrong was he
gave the ball away for start.
He gave the ball away. He tries to play McAllister, who isn't reading the pass. Okay. So what do? When you make a mistake, try and make up for it. And by making up for it, he could have stepped out and closed the ball because he had Kerkez who'd already come in beside him, so he didn't have to back off. But he did. And then when he sees Talibi going to strike the ball, again, he doesn't step forward. He just turns sideways. I mean, what happened to make yourself big, try and get in front of the ball? He got absolutely everything wrong. And then what we saw at the end, again, in my opinion, is down to your captain. If you want to go forward, that's fine, and you want to try and win the game. But the first thing you got to do is make sure that things at the back are sorted before you do it. And he just sauntered up, just went straight up, didn't even look. So, your captain's there for a reason. He's there to organise. He's there to show the example, set the example, and he absolutely didn't do that tonight.
I think it tells you West Ham were just, and the West Ham win was just West Ham. It was not Liverpool being great, and I think Stevie said that at the weekend. It was hard to judge because West Ham are very poor. He does everything wrong. Pass, doesn't close it down, and turns his back like a coward. I'm fed up. I'm fed up of sitting here, and it's Mo Salah who's not played well. Florian Wirtz, he can't find his feet. Alexander Isak, he's not. Ekitike, the midfield, the dynamics changed. He's the barometer of what's wrong this year. He's supposed to be the leader, both, by what he does on the field and how he manipulates the back line and talks to people. All he's done all season is throw Kerkez under the bus who didn't play, throws his arms up in the air. He's making as many mistakes as any other player. They're not always as high profile as Kanate or anybody else, who've all made mistakes. But Van Dijk, every game you could watch him and go, what's he doing? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing? And that tonight, you got the PSV game, the hand. Mm-hmm. I was pushed. You weren't pushed. It's just absolutely crazy. And he seems to be coming out of it relatively unscathed, and it's everybody else's fault. But for me at the back, he has been as bad as anybody else. And I think that goal and the way that he refused to close it down and the fact that he turned his back is the epitome of his performances this season.
I think what it is with Van Dijk, I think he realises that he's not as mobile as he was. He can't turn like he used to be able to. And I think centre forwards and forwards are now attacking Van Dijk. Know they can get some joy there. I think he knows he's got his shortcomings, and he's expecting everybody else to protect him, to kind of alleviate those shortcomings. And when they don't, or when there's mistakes made, he's blaming them first and foremost for kind of exposing him rather than exposing the team. And it's kind of creating that uncertainty all through the team. And like you say, he's the leader, he's the focal point, and he's nowhere near what he was. But I think also they're not working hard enough as a team. You've got Alexander Isak up front, or Salah when he plays. The work rate they had last year with people like Nunez and Luis Diaz, it's not there anymore. So that when the forwards aren't working as hard as the rest of the team, then the defence and the midfield get exposed, and it's all kind of coming together, and then you've got your fullbacks who are all over the place, as you say. So everything is kind of combining to be a mess.
Nobody's frightened to go to Anfield at the moment, are they? Nobody.
No.
We
saw that at the start of the game.
Yeah.
We were talking about what is West Ham. Well, the way the game started told you that they weren't convinced what they did against West Ham was because Sunderland started better than Liverpool. And quite frankly, at half-time, you couldn't have told which team was the defending champions and which team had just been promoted. You couldn't.
You also couldn't tell if Alexander Isak was on the pitch. And we spoke about maybe strikers needing confidence. He got that goal against West Ham. Thought, well, maybe this is it. This is the kickstart that he needed.
Yeah, I think I'm still... I don't think there's any doubt. Anybody who watches Isak right now is disappointed in the way he's performing. But again, you know, your centre forward relies on others more than anybody else.
Okay.
And he's getting absolutely nothing. I mean, I don't remember one chance that Liverpool had in this game, or the last 3, 4, 5 games where you're saying they should have scored. Everything's the header from McAllister, or Ekitike with a half a chance that he balloons wide. So from that point of view, I do still feel a little bit for both Wirtz and Isak. I think the majority of the blame lies elsewhere. But at the end of the day, I can't argue what he said. He was absolutely invisible. I actually forgot he was playing at one stage in the second half.
Salah came on in the second half, of course. Big talk about his future. What did you make of him?
He tried.
That's all right.
I mean, nothing came off for him. He never passed anybody when he tried to. He had a couple of crosses that never quite reached where they were supposed to. He had a couple of shots that were blocked, that weren't really on. But, you know, you can't question his commitment when he came on, but we expect more than that from Salah.
We talked about City doing some business in January. What are Liverpool going to do? We obviously heard of Gueye.
Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous considering what they spent in the summer, but they've got headroom as well. They can do business because they brought in about £250 million in the summer, so they've actually got money to spend. They like Semenyo as well. Again, they brought a lot of forwards in, so I'm not quite sure why they want Semenyo, but I think Mark Gueye is going to be difficult because, first of all, he knows when the season finishes, he can take his pick of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, wherever he wants to go. So why would he kind of give up that free agent status to go to Liverpool in a real mess? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you go to Liverpool now, you're playing with Van Dijk or Canate, you're kind of jeopardising your own form, aren't you? If you stay at Palace, you know you're going to go to the World Cup with England. But I wouldn't really like Chelsea.
If you get through to January, well, once January comes, what's the point in Mark Gueye not just waiting that 3 or 4 months?
The one club I think he might go to is Chelsea because Chelsea need a centre-half. They could do the deal. It's a big club in the Champions League. It's London. It's someone that he's familiar with. And Palace would obviously take the money, but I think that is a decent bet for someone like Gueye. But I think Liverpool is... I wouldn't go anywhere near it right now because of the uncertainty of the defence. Every position in that back four and the goalkeeper is a problem right now. So if you're a centre-half going in there, it would be a risk.
Well, you can't say, well, let's drop Canate because he's been struggling. We'll get Mark Gueye and everything's fine. Because Van Dijk, we've been over the coals with Van Dijk.
Why would you not go to Liverpool?
Because they're an absolute mess at the moment.
Well, okay.
Better options elsewhere.
But really?
Yeah, but
you'd rather... So,
hold on.
Tell me if I'm wrong, by the way. So
a free transfer...
You'd rather go to Chelsea than Liverpool? I mean, there's no question right now Liverpool are in a bit of a mess. But are you telling me that, it's never going to get any better?
I'll wait till the summer when you would have the opportunity to buy Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool again, Man City are interested.
Yeah, I think that's a better option.
But then the fact that if somebody was to offer 50 million for Gueye, Liverpool and Chelsea, right? And Crystal Palace decided they were going to do it. I mean, there's uncertainty over the manager apparently. So if you're Gueye, you go, well, why can't I go now? Would you take Chelsea over Liverpool?
No, I wouldn't. I'd go to Liverpool, but I'd also be worried.
Why would you go to Liverpool ahead of Chelsea?
Well, although they've struggled this season, they should be a much better team. They should have.
Chelsea are world champions.
Yeah. Right.
How's that liver?
I'm quite surprised you're so dismissive of Chelsea because if you were going to go in January, Chelsea have got more
chance.
It's
not dismissive. It's just...
I'm putting this down as a blip for Liverpool. Right? Chelsea have yet to convince anybody.
Right.
Club World Cup, UEFA Conference, nobody cares. Because as Augie said, he was playing the second team for the most part. If we
but I don't quite understand how you say it's just a blip. If you've got Van Dijk getting older, you've been very critical of him.
I'm saying...
Salah's going to leave.
So would Isak have gone to Chelsea instead of Liverpool?
What, but
If he had a choice.
It's a completely different conversation now.
No,
Considering
it's
what,
not.
Of course it is.
Oh, so
Stevie.
wait, because of 4 months?
Yes, because of 4 months and the way in which the team.
One of the things that would worry me
I
about
think
one of the
so.
things that would worry me about Liverpool if I was going in there at the moment would be the manager.
Who will be the manager?
Exactly. You know, if I'm signing for somebody and he doesn't turn it around.
It's not going to be you know what I mean? It's not like you're going in going, oh, Dan Thomas is going to get a Liverpool job, I'm not going there. It's going to be somebody of repute.
Really?
Yes.
Ange, big Ange.
Well, and you're done.
But aren't you all about like if you're who's more likely to win the Champions League this year? It's Chelsea over Liverpool, isn't it? Surely if you're a player, you're looking at short-term goals.
Why would you look at You're not looking at short-term goals. You're looking at your career and you're thinking, right, okay, Liverpool just won the Premier League, not long ago won the Champions League. They've just bought Isak, they've just bought Verts, they've spent all that money, they've still got more money to spend. I mean, really? You're going to take Chelsea over Liverpool?
Chelsea won the Champions League since Liverpool, and they were World Club champions.
Don't.
You know, but
with your facts.
If I was going in a free transfer and had all those other clubs that Augie mentioned, who were suitors, I'm not going to any of them.
Right.
I'm not going to Liverpool or Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm going to Bayern Munich, I'm going to Barcelona, I'm going to Real, whoever it is. If those clubs were really in the hunt for him as a free transfer, that's where I'm going.
And it's a free transfer element as well, isn't it? Because that is a huge thing for football. I mean, even though they earn multi-millions, the fact you can go as a free transfer, you get the signing on fee, there's no fee involved, that is a big deal. And especially if you've got such an array of clubs that want you.
Anfield witnessed a shocker on Wednesday as Sunderland held Liverpool to a 1-1 draw. A game that promised intensity, drama, and goals delivered in unexpected fashion. Liverpool were looking to consolidate their position at the top of the Premier League, but Sunderland came with resilience, organisation, and a moment of brilliance to leave Anfield with a point. The first half was cagey. Both teams had opportunities, but neither could break the deadlock. Liverpool struggled to impose themselves in the early exchanges, while Sunderland defended compactly, frustrating the hosts. By half-time, it was still 0-0, with tension building in the stands. Sunderland struck first in the 67th minute. Talby was on the end of a precise ball from Ela Faye, and he made no mistake, firing past Liverpool's goalkeeper to give the visitors a deserved lead. The underdogs had taken control and Anfield fell silent. Liverpool pressed for a response, creating chances and ramping up the pressure. Their perseverance paid off in the 81st minute, though not in the way they would have wanted. Mukiel's attempted intervention went awry, resulting in an own goal. Liverpool were back on level terms, but the strike had a twist of misfortune attached. Despite late pushes from the hosts, Sunderland held firm, securing a remarkable point on the road. A 1-1 draw at Anfield is a result that will give Sunderland confidence, while Liverpool will be left frustrated at dropping points at home. Full time, Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1. Sunderland leave Anfield smiling, having earned a point against one of the Premier League's heavyweights. Liverpool will reflect on what could have been, but for neutral fans, it was another reminder that in football, anything can happen. Stay tuned to Sport Lab for more match recaps, tactical insights, and Premier League drama delivered straight to you.